Hello everyone and welcome to my channel. My name is Habib Ali and I am an ICT tutor by profession. Welcome back to another lesson. So in today's lesson we are going to be learning about how to use the insert function command and the benefits of this lovely insert function command. If you do like this lesson, please don't forget to give it a like and share, and also subscribe to our channel. Saying that, let's go ahead and make a start on today's lesson. So in today's lesson, I'm using this file called lesson number 10 insert function command. If you do want to work along with myself, I recommend you clicking on the link that I have left for you in the description. Click on the link. This will take you to lesson 10 on my website, and you can download a copy, the exact same file, and then work along with myself. Okay, let's go and have a look at today's question. The question is delete and redo the following functions using the insert function command and dialog box: the sum function, average function, the min function, and the max function. If you remember from the last few lessons, we have completed individual lessons learning about the sum, the average, and the min and the max function, and we did type each one of these functions in entirely, and we did not use this so-called insert function button. However, today's lesson is all about this insert function button. So first of all, I'm going to show you how and where this insert function button is located. There is a few ways to access this. As a matter of fact, there's about 4 methods or 4 ways, and I'm going to show you all 4 different methods. The very first one is using the ribbon. By clicking on the formulas tab, you can see the lovely insert function is right there waiting for you to use it. That's one of the ways. The other way is my favorite method, and this is right next to the formula bar to the left. You can see it just right here. You can also use the insert function command there. The third method is again taking you back up here. These different groups of functions, if you were to click on one of them, right at the bottom you can also see the insert function there. It is at the bottom of each one, as you can see, so you could, if you wanted, also use it from there. And the fourth method is to use a keyboard shortcut, which is holding down the shift key and pressing F3 on the keyboard, and this will again give you the insert function dialog box for you to use. Okay, so these are the 4 particular ways you can use to access this insert function command. So for today's lesson, we will be using this command and redoing all the sum functions, the average functions. So I'm just going to delete all of them for now and empty all the relevant cells for which we have used these functions to work out the answers for each one of these cells. So I've deleted them all. In today's lesson, I'm only going to use the sum function, the average function, and the min and the max function as examples. You probably noticed while as I deleted these functions, Excel automatically recalculated the profit for me and the revenue, and they have changed. But don't worry, as we complete each one of these functions using the insert function command, these will automatically correct themselves, the revenue and the profit. So nothing to worry about there. As I introduce this insert function, I will also tell you some of the benefits of using this insert function command in comparison to you actually typing in the whole function. So let's start with the sum function. We click in the cell where we want the answer to go, and then we click on the insert function command. So first of all, I'm just going to click it there. I'll try and use the different methods that I have just explained to you, so you get a feeling of how to access these the insert function command in different ways. So I'm just going to click on there. By doing so, straight away you've noticed Excel has given us this insert function dialog box. Now in this dialog box, Excel is actually helping us out by guiding us and prompting us what's going to happen or what I need to do. So you can see in this search box, it's telling me to type a brief description of what I need and then click on go. For this particular one, I need the sum function. So if I was to type in the word sum and click on go, Excel will find the sum function for me, as you can see right up here on this given list. So all I have to do is click on the relevant one. So today's or this particular example, I do need the sum function, which is the one at the top. So I click on it and then I click on go. Before I do that, you've probably noticed when I clicked on the sum function, it gives me a brief definition of what the sum function is going to do for me. So this particular one, as you already know, will add up all the numbers in a range of cells. So Excel is very good at prompting us, in particular using the insert function dialog box. It kind of guides us each step of the way. So once I have done that, I've got my correct function selected, in this case the sum function. All I have to do is click on OK. And when I do that, if you look in the formula bar just up here, you've noticed that Excel has straight away started to build up the function for us. I'm just going to put this somewhere where you can see the rest of the columns or rest of the data. So all I have to do, I've got most of it. The only thing is the range in the bracket that I need to correct, because at this present moment is saying from B4 all the way to I4. Well, B4 is the maintenance cost. We don't really need that. We only want to work out the total sales. So I need the cell range to be from D4 all the way to I4. So all I have to do to correct this is I can manually type it in, and I can click there, for example, and I can make that into a D, and that will do the job. Or I can use my mouse and I could have just clicked and dragged over the cells by selecting it, and that would have also worked. But anyway, this is absolutely fine, and you can see by me putting in a D to include or start from D4 is telling me that this range will actually sum up to be 355. So before I even click on OK, this function arguments a dialog box is guiding me all the way through and telling me constantly, okay, if you do this, you're going to get X, Y, and Z as your results. So it is a great helpful feature to be using. So when I click on OK, let's see if we get 355. There you are, we've got 355, so we are happy with that. Now I'm not going to be doing every single one of them individually. However, because you are learning, feel free to experiment and practice using the insert function button for each one of them if you want to. Or like myself, I'm just going to use the fill handle and double click to replicate into the rest of the cells like so. Probably notice the revenue and the profit has updated automatically as I have populated this column. Okay, so that was one example for you. Now I'm going to do the average function, and again this time I'm going to access the insert function command in a different way. So I'll use one of these function groups. For example, let's click on text. Now right at the bottom you can see the insert function command is right there. So I'm going to click on it, and again this brings me back to the insert function dialog box. I'm going to go a little bit faster because it is a very similar. It's just you need to build up your understanding of this insert function command. In the search box I'm going to type in this time average click on go, simply because I haven't got average on my list. If you do have average on your list, you don't have to type in it for the sake of it. You would simply click on it. But because I haven't got it on my list, I need Excel to find it for me. This is the reason I'm typing in the word average. Once I have done that, I click on go, and straight away you can see Excel has found it, and it's helping me out. It's telling me, okay, is this the one you want? Let's say if I didn't want this one and I wanted average if, then I would click on average if. But in this particular example, I am using the average function, so I need to click on average, and you can see at the bottom here is giving me a lovely definition, kind of helping me out, or even teaching me, okay, if you use the average function, this is what this function will do. So we are happy with that. Click on OK, and you can see in the formula bar automatically started filling in most of it for us. We just have to basically fill in the gaps. So again, the range is going to be the same as before, because we are working out the average trip sales. If you are new to this lesson and you haven't followed me from lesson 1 to lesson 9 so far, I just want to give you a quick explanation of what my spreadsheet is showing, so you have a better sense of understanding. Simply showing the popular day trips in Marmaris. We've got the different trips, the maintenance cost, the price per person for each one of these trips, different sales that was made from April to September. Then we worked out the total sales, the revenue, and the average we are doing now. We worked out how much profit we made, and also some minimum monthly sales and the maximum monthly sales that we made for each one of these months. So that's what this spreadsheet is showing, just in case you are curious and you wanted a bit more understanding. Anyway, I want to take you back to this average function. So in this box where it says number 1, I need to tell Excel the range of cells that I want to use for Excel to use it for this average answer that I want to get. So the range, again, like I said, is going to be for these months from April all the way to September, to work out the quad bike safari average sales that we have made. So this time all I'm going to do is use my mouse and select the actual range there, let go, and Excel will put in the correct range there for me. And again, just like before, it is giving me an answer. It's saying, okay, the average of those range of cells that I have selected will be 59.1666, etc., depending on the number of decimal places I have on there. Click on OK, and I get my answer. You can see here 59, and just like before, I'm going to replicate for the rest of the cells by using the fill handle. I can either click and drag it, remember, or just double click on it. So I'm going to double click this time. There you go. All the way it has populated the rest of the cells to work out the average trips for the rest of these individual trips. Now taking you or bringing you down here for the minimum monthly sales, we are going to be using a function called the min and the max function. And if you do want to learn more in detail about these individual functions, remember I have created all the way from lesson 2 to lesson 9, so you can learn in more depth about these individual functions. But this lesson, remember, I'm teaching you how to use this insert function thoroughly with understanding. So this minimum function, this time I'm going to use the insert function command right here next to the formula bar, and it is my favorite place to access this function, simply because it is the most convenient place and it's very quick to access. So I'm going to click on there. It brings me back to the same place as before. Just going to move it somewhere up here. This time I'm looking for the min function. So again, is this can you see it's actually on my list here, so I don't have to now type this in. I can simply click on it from the list and click on OK. But here, look at the definition. It's telling me that it will return the smallest number in a set of values. So I'm happy with that. This is exactly what I want. I click on OK, and there we are. We are back in the function arguments dialog box, where all I have to do is select the range of cells that I need to find the lowest number within the range. So this is the range. I'm just going to simply select them and click on OK. It is telling me that the smallest value is 3. So straight away I know the answer before I click on OK. There you go, I've got 3, and I'm going to click and drag and fill in the rest of the minimum, or the minimum value for each of these months that I made as a sale. And now finally the max function we're going to use as an example to understand using the insert function command. But this time I'm not going to access this command using any of these other methods, except the fourth one that I mentioned initially, by using the keyboard shortcut, which is holding down the shift key and pressing F3 on the keyboard, and there you go, you've got access to this insert function dialog box. So have I got max on the list? I have. There you go. If you haven't, remember, you type it in the search area and then click on go, and Excel will give it to you. And just to remind you, look at this definition. Range returns the largest value in a set of values. So again, just in other words, it means it will find the largest value in a range. Click on OK. Look in the formula bar, pretty much done most of it for you. Puts in equals, max, opening brackets, then the first cell of the range, the colon, the last cell, and even the closing bracket. All I have to do is tell Excel the correct range. So if this is not the correct range, all you have to do is select the correct full set of range. Once you have done that, again, remember, it's telling us what the answer is going to be. So in this case, it's saying 56 is the largest value. Before I even click on OK, you can see this is a very small list, so we can visually see it. So you can see 56 is the largest value. So we're happy with that. Click on OK, and there you go, you've got 56. Again, I'm just going to click and drag to populate the rest of the cells for each one of these months to find the largest sale that I made. And this is how you use this insert function command and all the benefits that I have mentioned as I have demonstrated this lesson to you. So if you do have any further questions, don't forget the comment section. Do leave me a question or any lovely comments you have. I will appreciate it, and I will get back to you with an answer if you leave me a question. And this brings me to the end of today's lesson. So please don't forget to like and share and subscribe to our channel if you have not done so. So until then, please do look after yourself, and I shall see you over in the next lesson. So goodbye for now.